What's going on, everyone? I hope all is well where you are. Hey, I want to say a special thanks to all my subscribers. I appreciate the comments, the questions, the likes, the whole nine. I truly appreciate that. Now, if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What you will see on this channel is me customizing my LS Swap Suburban. I'm gonna deviate from what I've been working on my Suburban. I was working on the interior, getting that taken care of, but I'm change gears for a little bit here. I'm gonna work on something that has been plaguing anyone that has a OBS Chevrolet truck or SUV. That stands for old body style Chevy truck or SUV. And specifically, I'm talking about these drum brakes. These brakes are very inferior, and they don't stop that well. And I understand why the manufacturer chose to go with something like this. I mean, it's off-the-shelf technology, research dollars or engineering dollars. The engineering budget was used up, and hey, we got front disc brakes. As long as it brings the vehicle to a stop, hey, it is what it is. But this braking system is inferior. It doesn't stop that well. It has never stopped well at all. And it's time for a change. I'm ready to do something different, go a different direction. What I have here is a rear disc brake conversion kit from Little Shop Manufacturing. They're out of Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. And from first impressions, I mean, just looking at the packaging, it was packaged very well. Let's check it out. Got my hardware, my brackets, my bolts. That's a bracket right there as well. Everything is packaged very nice. What we got here? Oh, we got the calipers. Check how this is packaged up. Now, bear in mind, I'm not sponsored by these guys. I had to pay for this, okay? I'm just giving them props on how it's packaged and everything. I mean, if the performance is anything like the way they packaged it, I have high expectations for it. I believe it's gonna work out well. It's gonna solve my braking issues. I mean, like I said, you see how well things were packaged? Here's my brake rotors right here. See that? Now I option for just a regular brake rotor for right now. Reason being specifically is the price they were asking for cross drilled and slotted rotors was a little bit more than what I wanted to pay, and knowing that I can get some cross drill rotors, slotted and cross drill rotors from somewhere else just a little bit cheaper. I mean, if you're like me, every dollar that you save counts. First off, we got to get this drum brake assembly off. Now, there's two options that you have. You can take the rear diff cover off, drain the fluid out, slide the axles out, go through all that jazz right there. That's smelly and messy. I'm gonna go with something different. What I'm going to do is take all this assembly off, but cut this plate off the axle tube, so I don't have to drain the fluid out, pull the axles, and deal with all that. That adds a little bit more to the project, more than what I want to do. Now there are a couple of items that you can use to cut this back plate off. You can use a cut-off wheel, a reciprocating saw. I'm going to be using my air saw right here, and probably switch to the cut-off wheel as well. Got to pay close attention not to get into the airbag. That would just compound my problems. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to my cutoff wheel because that's taking way too long. All right, got my cutoff wheel. I'm going to leave this thing mounted to the axle for right now because I just don't want it moving around while I'm trying to cut it and creating problems, and I don't want to get hurt. Now that was awesome. That was downright awesome. Woo! Baby. The kit doesn't come with any printed instructions. You have to go on the company's website to download that information. I strongly suggest that you download that information. Right now I got the bracket on, just hanging on the axle. It's saying in the instructions to have this notch mounted up when the bracket is installed on the axle and mounted towards the rear of the truck. I can spin this piston back into the caliper to be able to properly seat the brake pads over the rotor. So I'm using this tool that I got from Harbor Freight. It's like 49 bucks. And basically what it does is it spins the piston in clockwise. So you got to turn this handle and it will spin the piston clockwise. And it should push the piston back in. Got that seated in all the way. Now we should be able to put the rotor, put the caliper over the rotor with the brake pads in place. There's a notch on the back of the brake pad that needs to line up with the corresponding notch in the piston, on the piston. And then you got to be mindful there's a spring as well that holds the pad in place. It's my screwdriver. This is for the inside pad. Trying to move the airbag out of the way so I can put this bolt in. See the best way to get this? Get this bolt in. Awesome. Not a big deal. Just take the airbag out of the way. I mean, you don't need to overcomplicating the situation. Boom. Got the rotor cleaned, caliper mounted. Still got to run the brake line, hard line to it. Put in the parking brake. And put the parking brake in. But overall, not a bad install. I did have to go through an extra step of taking my airbag out, which not a big deal, to be honest with you, not a big deal at all. I mean, the pros outweigh the cons, to be honest with you. The pros outweigh the cons. I would definitely do this install again. But heck, let's take a look at it. I mean, it looks so much better, huh? I mean, I'm trying to build this into a show truck, and ain't nothing show about drum brakes. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I'm gonna finish getting this hooked up. Now tell me that don't look badass right there. That is hot and sexy right there. A heck of a lot better. I mean, even if it doesn't even perform the slightest bit better than drums, it still looks hot and sexy. If you differ with me, let me know in the comment section. Till next time.